You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the superstar. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. He says disco about 20 times a day.
I mean, that's a personality, man, okay?
How often do you say disco a day?
You were dancing with me, Lieutenant. You were there. It was necessary.
It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
You should yell something.
That's not a good idea.
Yes, let's let the big boys talk.
Other still, he is also an ultra-liberal hustler who is always on the grind. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know. But he is vocal about both of them.
So Kim's pointing out that we're kind of a hypocrite in how we do things. is kind of what I'm getting out of this.
Yes, and I'm happy I chose that path.
Well, that's just being human, right? Like,
Yes.
to a certain extent, everyone is a hypocrite. And
Yes.
it's kind of hard to, it's hard to rationalize those things completely.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact.
Kim, buddy! Oh.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven.
Man, that can opener moniker seems about right, huh?
Yeah.
Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which by the way was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
I succeeded that role. Fuck off, Kim. It was great.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal sneaky insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as a reed.
Wait, stop for a second.
And folded from the reeds.
Hold
I
on for a
think we
second.
may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
I'm just going to guess.
This would have gone very poorly without the photo.
Yeah, I'm going to guess, not Trent, the other guy, the more serious guy,
Jean?
Yes, thank you. He'll probably say, how is this related to the case?
Probably.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Boom shakalaka, motherfucker!
So as you can see, I'm pretty okay, detective, an absolutely giant communist.
Boom
What in
shakalaka.
hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits, it may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
Aw, Jean, are you upset? Are you mad?
I must say this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
His tired eyes follow the photo as Lieutenant puts it away. Oh, he's so mad!
Yay!
He's so mad!
This
We
is a very,
pissed him
very sad man
off!
who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness.
He's so mad.
Now you make your case. Now is the time.
I
Now
also
or
started a
never.
nightclub. That's probably a bad idea.
There was also a dead man on the boardwalk. A missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How did you know I found him?
I thought we reported it.
The body was transported to Precinct
Yeah, there we go.
41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Yeah. I'd do
What?
one. I would do one.
Okay. Okay.
If we're gonna play this straight, we're gonna
Yeah.
have to do one.
Rue de Saint Ghislaine 10, a commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
Okay, that's something we need to avoid.
Uh,
So this is definitely a no-go. 2 and 3 though, we're probably fine.
you're right.
Oh, or maybe even 6 from the drugs.
I was going to go 3 and then 6.
Okay, let's do 3 then.
The killer, Lilinovich Strauss. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
I don't have time for this. Straight to the
I-
motive, please.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious about this one.
Okay, sure.
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Oh.
This man's mother was Lilian, his Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
No, it just confirms stuff.
Yeah, and I did find Lilianovich to sound feminine.
Well, that explains why. I'm not
He
sure which
killed it.
one it is.
He killed a mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that.
Woo!
Way more.
I did all I could. Every second was a struggle.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work. In bouts. Bouts don't last. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something.
Ooh.
I mean, it does take a while for alcohol to make its way out of the system.
Yeah.
It will pass in time.
I confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad.
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lidno. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I mean, at this point, anything is but the drink.
Oh, maybe saying 6 wasn't the...
I mean, he's jumping to conclusions, and
Okay.
Kim could literally back us up that we didn't.
So what do you say? When to take this hot shit back?
Do you want to try to?
Uh...
Because it's relating to the Phasmid, which is also relating to the case.
Okay. I thought you were saying against 2.
No. I said 2, 3, and 6. I think 1 is the one we shouldn't touch.
Okay. Yeah, also the Phasmid was female. The reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
I think it emits a chemical that makes it look even more like the reeds.
Yes. That would be a chiromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's?
The perpetrator seemed intoxicated somehow, like he...
I would go with it. I'd go with 1.
Okay, like an addict. It's just a hunch, but...
There are species of bees that, under the influence of chiromones, take wasp larvae to their hives. Ants do the same with aphids, thinking they're... Do you think this is how it stayed hidden?
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromones.
Of course, Lieutenant. Of course. We should treat the case and the Phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to...
He shakes his head.
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
It gathered items in its nest. A helmet, a scope, and a passport.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
Bowers are built by males of the species who can't afford colorful mating displays physically. This one was plain colored.
It could have been male, actually.
Must be robust if it can move a helmet with its limbs.
Trails off, lost in thought.
I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
Just a hunch.
We could have gone with observation, but okay.
Okay, just a hunch.
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The bower would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation.
That makes sense, yes.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably
it had
looking at conservation efforts here.
It had mandibles that looked like hair. It was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian Phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it.
Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
Do we want to try the church or not?
No.
Okay,
No.
then we want to go ahead with 7.
Yeah, so what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
He shrugs.
So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Quick nod.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Okay, am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No.
No, because the suspects seem to think.
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it. I told you it's not that bad.
So there's your answer.
Yep, that answers that. And mostly it's because I would have never expected Trent to be part of this. The third person threw me off a lot.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
Is it because I run everywhere? Is that what this is about?
Wait. I was guessing ex-marathon runner. I think I shared that with you.
I don't remember that one.
Okay, but, what? Or like part-time marathon runner.
Well,
What?
obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
But before...
Stat upgrade!
I don't want to put any stats in until we have to roll something.
Okay.
Because I don't trust that we're not going to have a roll here somewhere.
But before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That explains a lot!
Yeah, why I keep running everywhere. No way, I was a rock and roll singer.
That explains a lot.
Harry, it explains everything.
Yeah, I called
Running
it!
around, the jumping,
The shot.
shot put, your inexplicable facial
Your
hair.
inexplicable facial... Why does the facial hair have to do with anything?
Yes! The collection of foul splishware of a mask!
Wait. Does that change based on how your stats and what you've rolled dictate? Like who you were before?
I am guessing maybe it's because we ran a lot.
Well, that's part of it, obviously. But I'm curious if, like, because he mentions the literal roll about the shot put.
Oh. Huh.
The jumping, like when we jumped to get our coat.
Yeah?
Like, he's mentioning rolls that we did and succeeded at.
I don't know.
So I'm curious if it would point to other things, too. Anyway, the collection of fallen sportswear.
Your moves on the church floor,
Hmm?
which honestly were just jump aerobics. Your use of the word graffito.
Also, this guy.
Oh
Just
God! Contact
everything.
Mike!
That's why we knew about Contact Mike.
Of course. Contact Mike.
he's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy.
You just go on about it now.
Yes! Please do! Contact Mike is the prize of the most inspiring basic sporting principle in open competition. A 5,000-1 rank outsider!
Oh,
5,000
you
to
don't
1.
say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
Hmm.
When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
You said I was in Quoron? I was a gym teacher there?
Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards. Kuro is just east of Jamrock. It was a short walk every morning, to the baseball field or the sports building.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
That's the term?
Huh?
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
Why did I join the ICM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are.
And then she left us and we were kind of fucked.
You,
Uh-huh.
every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
Okay, I see now.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being. He's an honest to God gym teacher.
I think Kim's just happy he was right about not being normal.
Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Oof.
Some chick? Who?
Dora something. Dora England. Yeah, you mentioned her name.
Not Dora Dubois.
So, we weren't even married?
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was that?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time.
Oh, damn. Okay, so that's way more recent than I would have thought.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Like the way it was
6?
set up, I thought it was like a decade at least that he was in this funk.
6 years?
Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora England really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Nice.
Uh,
Figures.
no, I meant, what did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable. A beautiful bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual
Would
connection
you
with how
think
pretty she
if
was.
we had
One
any
you never recuperated from.
other, like, high stats, they would all chime in with their own version of Welkin?
Probably. Because
Uh,
what? Pain, inland, and concept? Concept is high, inland is high, pain isn't actually that high. At least as far as
Okay.
investment go. It is a 7.
Yeah,
I'm shocked Encyclopedia didn't kick in.
yeah, or composure,
or rhetoric.
perception.
Or rhetoric.
Huh.
Rhetoric's an 8. Hell,
Huh,
yeah,
maybe-
composure's 9, yeah.
Check the rolls on those.
13 to 10, 14 to 10, 13 to
Oh,
10.
so they were all 10, so...
Well,
either
10 was
we-
what we had to hit. We had to roll a 10
Yes.
at least.
Yeah, so either we failed them, or they didn't come
Mm.
up.
Well, with composure, we would have had to have rolled double ones on that for that to
maybe.
fail, because that's a 9.
Yeah.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go on.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Precinct 41. What kind of station is that?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
He tells us head northward.
Back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
And the Sea Wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
Wow, Trant. I wouldn't have called you a loser. You're cool.
Torsen and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torsen
Oh.
and Chester McLean.
Oh.
They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic though, Torsen and McLean.
An iconic duo, I take it.
Yeah, not like us. 2 clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
And Price is...
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the Force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What happened? Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Fair enough.
So, I work in the Bloody Murder Station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershore. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
The Phasmid, I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is it?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She was the one that told me about the Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
He looks at Vicmar.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Watch out or she'll faint.
Lieutenant Katsuragi, what will you do? Will we ask him to join us?
I don't know. I would love that, but we'll find out.
Lieutenant Katsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Rivershore.
Ooh.
Sequel?
He pulls up his collar and looks around. The cold spring night reflects the lenses of the lenses of his glasses.
Sequel?
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Wanna do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering.
No. I mean, investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in. I'm crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
Lieutenant turns are very serious all of a sudden.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Recruit detective. Oh, nice achievement. Nice.
Woo!
He's really considering it.
So what was the achievement? Recruit?
Recruit Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Oh, yes. I'm ready.
Good.
So he looks at you, then Vikmar.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see, from Main Street to Precinct 41 atop the motorway, to Boogie Street forking into the dark horizon.
Okay, now I'm really curious.
It seems like it's ending. Could we boost one stat now?
Hold on. I'm super curious if, like, had we gotten the money man, right? Had we gotten the light bending money dude to give us
Yeah.
some of his like stocks or whatever?
Uh-huh.
I'm curious how that would have come up in here.
Well,
Would that have played into the case somehow, or would that have been like some kind of crazy off the cuff random thing that we did? Because most of this stuff seemed to like come back and be a good thing.
I'm not sure. Maybe this will give you some inspiration to play it again. I don't
Close
know.
your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles.
Ew.
Spring has come.
Ooh.
It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Hiddleston? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course.
Can
Are
we
we-
boost the stat?
Is this a roll call? No. Fuck that. I want to wait.
Okay.
I don't trust that there's not going to be a roll.
Okay.
If we end this with 3 extra stat points, who cares?
Oh.
Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomly Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
And woohoo!
Oh, that's great. Just clip through the door. Some animation didn't play.
Wow!
Right at the end. I'm sure Vikmar. Please, yes! Touch the coat! Touch it!
Yeah.
Feel the cancer causing material.
Yeah. Will Harry glitch?
Yep. 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 So will Vikmar. Yep. Just glitchy doors.
That is definitely going to be clipped.
We end this with a door glitch. I don't think a level up would have saved us from a door glitch.
So, that was Disco Elysium.
Fuck me. I'm shocked all that came back around the way it did. That was good.
And, I'm sorry for the times that I didn't choose the way you thought a professional would do things.
A professional what?
Okay, because we had disagreements. At
Oh, yeah. Oh,
some
right. The
points.
start. Yeah, because of like, you clearly didn't know how these games generally are played, right?
Yeah,
And I thought you did going into this.
No. But it seemed that
Like the thought of like being a detective in there was always in my mind. Be like, oh, you click on everything and find like turn over every stone you possibly can.
no. Like, I wasn't thinking that way. Like, and maybe it's just because the way I am, I didn't want to give a bad impression to people or hurt their feelings by saying incorrect things. And you're like, no, like, a real police officer would choose this option. And I'm like, well, I'm looking at this for more my perspective on things.
Well,
than
my thought was like, yeah, you can play it as you would, but you also have to take into account that you are a police officer in this situation, a detective looking for a criminal, right? That's how I do it. I'll play myself, but I'll also play myself in that role of a police officer.
Yeah, but it seems that some of the multiple choice answers is mostly for flavor that goes around to something. Because I think during one of our interviews with Claudia, I said, that's fine. Kim says, hold on, I want to know something else.
Yeah.
And then that would have been like choice A instead of choice B. So it seems that all the choices are for like flavor and may change dialogue in the future.
I don't
So-
know. That could also be just a specific one that's strictly story related, like directly, right? Whereas something
Yeah.
that would have had to do with the commercial district may not have been, and would not have
Right,
looped
right.
around.
I think that's what I'm unintentionally or trying to get at. That like more story-based ones have things. So if I piss you off at any point with my answers,
All the
sorry.
time, every single time.
Wah, wah. Oh my god, but this was really interesting, and I would like to know what is coming next from this guy.
I'm curious because it sounds like they've just set themselves up a sequel. I want to know what the sequel is,
And
I'm curious if we play Harry again or someone else.
and I don't think we have found this out, but you said that he's more Eastern European than Western European, because we were thinking French with all like the accents in here, but
Well, like
no.
I was thinking that as far as like positionally on the globe it might be. As for the person that like wrote some of this stuff,
Okay.
I was thinking Polish. I think it was where my head was at.
he's actually Estonian.
Estonian. Okay.
Yes. I don't think I brought that up.
I don't
But-
think you did.
Yeah, this was fascinating, and even if not Harry, even if we hear about Harry as a side mission or something like that, but I would love a sequel to this.
Even if it's not even in this world, something akin to this for sure. Like
And
the
I-
idea of having your stats talk to you is still such a cool idea.
And I know I said this at the end of the Banner Saga trilogy, but how would you feel that a cyberpunk or steampunk would work?
I mean, if it's in this style, I'd be all in on it.
Yeah, but how would we explain that our stats are talking to us? Like, would we be slightly mentally unstable like Harry was?
Would it be that, or would we be partnered with like an AI inside of like a helmet or something, or like a communicator?
Ooh. Ooh. That is... Wow, I think you just figured out how this could work in Cyberpunk.
Yeah, like an evolving AI that you talk to and work with.
Awesome.
And it boosts its strengths off of yours or what have you. You know, at least that's the idea. But you end up getting the ability to just pick that.
Ooh. Shit. This is an hour and a half, and the only breaking point was sometime during the final debrief.
Yeah, right. I think it's just gonna have to be an hour and a half finale. I don't know that there's a good way to break it up. Like, unless you break it up during the boat ride or something.
Maybe, but I will...
It's gonna be like a 20-minute and then an hour-long thing, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm going to have to see if there is some way for me to break it up, like, during a, like, main dialogue tree, like, at the start of a main dialogue tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because as of right now, and you'll probably know, our dear viewers, if I did or didn't, but I kind of don't want an hour and a half video.
I mean, people make worse things. There are people that straight up upload their streams to YouTube, so...
Yeah. Yeah, and there's always the 10-hour YouTube videos of very simple things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if there's no way to break it up, I don't think having a 1-hour finale is the worst.
Yeah. But this was very interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
And I hope that guy's book gets translated soon.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Blood Axe Books, 2004.
Maybe?
So how much longer are these credits? Because I can't really do anything with this.
Yeah.
I can't skip anything, and I'm curious if there's an end credit stinger of some kind.
Maybe that's why it's not letting you skip it.
Maybe. Though normally, like with credits like this, you'd be allowed to have a skip, and then you'd see the end credit cutscene.
Oh. Or at least it's speed up credits button.
Yeah, fast forward would be nice. Why can't this be as speedy as Nier Automata's? Oh, there we go. Are we back to the title screen, or is there something? Because I was curious if they were going to give us something about us telling Lena about it, and they didn't. Nope. They just left
to
it.
The title.
You get to imagine it. All right. Cool.
Welp, that was Disco Elysium.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a game.
It's as good as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Better than I thought it was.
Well, you did play up until like day 2? No,
3. I was in 3 or at the very start of 4.
Okay, and you're like, we gotta play this for the channel.
I'm like, I can't. This is too good. This could be too much fun. Especially once they announced that the full voice acting was coming out. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll catch everybody next time for whatever we're doing next.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not too sure if whatever we'll record next will be put up during this or probably during this to break things up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, it double upload because I think this is going to be something like 80-some parts.
It's gonna get up there, yeah. This is very close to Nier Automata's stream length, at least.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be however long Nier was. This is probably gonna be pretty close.
Yep. Alright, later!
Bye.